when you apply for admissions and scholarships for universities, there are some of the universities or some of the scholarships require you to attend the interview, and some they don't. Those which require you to attend interviews, in the interview panel, there is one important question they will be asking you. It can be the first or the second or the third question. Why should we give you this scholarship to you and not other candidates? We have other 30 candidates. Why should we give that opportunity to you? But sometimes they might not give you the opportunity to do the interview, but they might just go through the documents and they make the decision without interviewing. And those are a lot of scholarships, they don't do interviews. But in those kind of applications, those they do without interviews, they have a question or a section which they ask you, write a statement of purpose, write a motivational statement. What motivates you? What makes you the better candidate or the best in all candidates? Why are we going to invest all this money to you and not to other candidates? So it can be all those kind of questions. Or sometimes they can be able to ask you to write, and then you appear on the interview, they ask the same or similar questions of that nature. How are you going to respond to that type of questions? In order to do that, I will divide this question into two major parts. And these two major parts, I will divide that into perspective about Western kind of mentality versus majority of people in our culture is African culture or even Asian culture. How do we approach the question of this nature? The similar question can be asked in the job interview. Why should we give you this job to you? What are your strengths? In other words, what makes you the best? That kind of question is tricky for people coming from African culture or even Asian culture versus typical Western capitalist competitive nature in their mindset. So, how do you approach that kind of question and be either get that particular job or be in a position to get that kind of scholarship, what you are looking for? Welcome everyone. Again, this is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, EBM, and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you haven't done so, you have discovered my channel, you have discovered this video. There are so many good contents. Please subscribe. Please share to your social media. Even if this video doesn't suit for your category, share to others that can be able to benefit, and click the like button before you finish watching this particular video. So let's go into the answering this kind of question. I made the question based on the application for the admission, application for the scholarships. But similar question, it can go to the visa. It will be a little bit different on the visa type when you are going to the interview for the visa. But let's go to the question about why should we give you the scholarship? What makes you the better candidate? What makes you a better suit candidate for the job or for the scholarship of that nature? So the bigger part is the Western people are basically individual driven. It is not wrong in Western sense to be proud of yourself, to show off your success, to show off your strength. You are okay to do that. But in African development perspective, in Asian perspective or cultural background, I don't know, because of how we raised as a communal way of life, we like to take credit as a communal, as a group. So if you ask what is your strength, or what makes you a better candidate, or whatever, my classmate and I, we did 1, 2, 3, we did whatever. But in Western, I did this, I executed this one, I did 1, 2, 3, 4. The same way, the same question when you ask Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi, who is the best player in the world right now? between Ronaldo and Messi, the answer will be different. Ronaldo was born and raised in typical capitalist country in Europe. Yes, Messi grew up in Europe, but was born in Argentina, grew up a little bit in Argentina, but later went to Barcelona, or in Spain in general, grew up in Spain, but the parents are still who are living with you, impacting you, you are thinking in the Argentinian culture, which Argentinian culture is most likely or more or less the same like in Africa or in Asia. It's not typical individual success, it's not individual driven in that particular sense. Even the style of playing, Messi versus Ronaldo is different because of the culture is also part of it. So Messi, asking Messi who is the better player, even in, for instance, Barcelona will say, you know, at the time Neymar and the Suarez, oh, Neymar is a good player, is very, very good, but Messi will be difficult to say, I'm better than this one, or I'm the best, even if he's doing a lot of fantastic work. Ronaldo has been asked that question. He said, when I go to sleep, in my mind, I know I'm the best player on the planet. I know when I wake up in the morning, I'm the best player on the planet. The way I train, I believe I'm the better player. When I take the free kick, I believe this is the free kick of the best player on the planet. When I score, the way I celebrate the best player on the planet. He's not just doing this, yeah, like Hurricane or whatever. You see, the celebration for Ronaldo is to threaten you that I'm the best player on the planet. And while he answered that question, he finished by saying, look on my stats. Which other player has more goals than me on the Champions League, has more goals than me in the national team, has more goals in the three clubs, Barcelona, Spain, La Liga, Premier League, and in Italy right now. So you see, he's talking something, he has that record. Messi has 5, 6 Ballon d'Or, but will never say, I'm the better player, I'm the best player than any other person 6 times, because it was coming in different type of culture. So that is the problem we are having as African, as Asians, as people from Latin America. We don't want to take the credit of individual success. But this is the time where you have to showcase what you are good at. What are you the best at all in that particular category? So when you're asking, why should we give you this particular scholarship? Why do you think you are the better fit for you to be given scholarships to go at Stanford pursuing this particular degree program? You have to say about your individual academic excellence. You have to show your personal, professional accolades, experiences. What have you attained? What have you done? What successes as individual? I'm the best player. I have so many scoring titles of this year. You have to say those kind of things. If you are a leader on certain things, you have to say, I took a lead on certain things. You have to indicate those. It is not about explaining how poor you are. It's not about explaining where you come from, how you are walking barefoot. Now you are eating 1 million in a day. That's why you deserve. Not about I don't have parents. No. It's not about that. It's about your excellence. Education excellence, professional accolades. What have you done? Put them there. That's the first part of whatever. Then explain with your professional experiences and your academic background, how are you going to be contributive to that team you are going to play with? You are going to Stanford, you are going to University of San Diego, you are going to UCLA, you are going to NYU, you are going to wherever university you are going. What are they going to benefit from your presence? Yes, you are going to study, but what are they going to benefit? Either the university, the community, and that country. What are they going to get from you? Don't say I'm going there just to study. Yes, you'll gain something, but what are you going to bring to those people, your classmates, the faculty, the school, the community around? How are they going to benefit from your experiences and your education background? That's the other part. The first part, professional work experience. Then you have already talked about your education. But how are you going to impact? What are you going to bring on the table for them? Then, what is missing in your community, in your country, in yourself, and you believe when you go there you are going to get from that particular program. I want to come to study at this university for this particular degree program because in my country or in my community we are lacking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for me with my background, if I come to there and I get this one, is going to complete this piece. That is something you need to show. So to show the value of that you are going to get is something is going to complement with what you are having or what you are lacking, so that it can be a full, so that it looks like it's not just you're going to get a degree. That is another part. And the last part of it is you have to say, upon completion of your studies, you'll be returning back to your home country. Whether in that scholarship, they said clearly that it is a condition that you must go back to your home country after finishing. Even if they don't say, you have to indicate, my plan of studying there, I'm going to contribute to this one, I'm going to gain this one, then I'm going to return to my home country. And just to return, not just to return, I'm going to return and show the impact of that degree and the impact of the education you got and the culture you got and work experience you got from that country. How are you going to translate all those to your community, to your country, to your continent? What changes are you going to implement? Does that make sense? Even if deep down in your heart you know, I'm going to study in Japan, I'm going to study in Norway, but my goal overall, I go there, I finish, then I'm going to find a job with that country, I might stay there. Don't write those words in your application. You'll be denied. You have to indicate what you're going to do once you come. If something changes legally, you can do, but at the moment you have to have the impact in your home country. That should be your focus. I want to play one short video. This can be a good answer for you and bad answer for you. This question, you can, if you put the answer you put in the visa application or at the US Embassy, if they ask you a question, you answer this way. Yes, it is honesty, but how is going to cost you? This person was asking a question. If you travel out of Nigeria to go to another country like Europe or America, whatever, what are you going to miss about your country? The answer, you can be able to hear that.
If you travel out of Nigeria, what will you miss about Nigeria?
I go miss my flight to come back.
Did you hear that? Let me play again.
If you travel out of Nigeria, what will you miss about Nigeria?
I go miss my flight to come back.
I'll be missing my flight back. That means I'm not coming back to Nigeria. But this is, yes, you can be honest, but this is not the answer. If you apply for the scholarship, you say, I'm not coming back. It's my dream to go to America. So if I go to Stafford, I finish it there. I'm going to work at Apple company. Man, dream fulfilled. I live American dream. You are not going to get that scholarship. I guarantee you. The US Embassy, they ask you, so if I give you the visa, when after are you coming back? Oh no, I'm not coming back. You are not going to be given the visa. So you have to know how to respond, what to write in those kind of questions. And the statement of purpose is not supposed to be more than 2 pages. Just a page and a half, 2 pages, that's max. There are other things you might be adding there, like the interest of that particular course, where did it come from, what research you have done before, why this. You can add some stake, whatever, some other things on it. But I gave you the key blueprint of the statement of purpose. But if you say I want to study peace and justice in PhD because I've already have masters in political science, I've bachelor in political science, I've masters in peace and justice studies, and I've been able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm missing this piece. I'm going to do this one so that I can be able to capture this. So there are so many other things you have to be able to add as a stake around. But there are blueprint of things you need to add when you are supposed to apply and say why should they give you the scholarships? Why should they give you particular opportunity to you? Not about missing the flight back. Not that is, oh, I just want to get this job because I'm so much broke. I need the salary, I need the money. Even if that is your intention, you cannot be able to do that. Thank you so much. I hope this has been able to help you to get the scholarships.